Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here, and today in this video I'll be showing you on how to install a headlight cutoff switch on this 2016 ZX14. Also wanted to mention, as you could see in the video, that I'll be starting the video with the whole headlight being completely apart. For me doing this is because I was actually doing a custom headlight for this customer. It also allows you guys to see what I'm doing a little bit more clear compared to me having the headlight put together and having to struggle with the camera trying to get that proper view for you guys to see. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, first what we're going to do is we're going to make the switch to be able to turn off your headlights while you're riding. Normally that's not possible with your stock setup. As soon as you turn the key, you start up the bike, your headlights turn on. So to do the switch, we're going to be doing is we're going to be tapping into the low beams, which is going to be the one with the black connector, and we're going to splice in and actually cut the negative cable on both of the headlights. So we're going to grab both of the headlights, probably cut we're going to cut the black tape, get to the negative wire, and then actually cut the negative wire off. Okay, so as you can see, I already had cut open the black tape area, and I have exposed the cables. Now there's going to be two cables. One's going to be they're both going to have a yellow stripe. One's going to have a black with yellow stripe, and one's going to be red with yellow stripe. You want to cut the one with the black and yellow stripes. So we're just going to go ahead and cut that part off. So just go ahead and cut like so. You want to do that for both. So what we're doing is that we're actually tapping into the negative side to make the switch, or to connect a switch to it. So while I cut that part off, let me go ahead and grab the other one. As you can see, I already cut open that area. Just going to go ahead and cut as well. Alright, sorry for the wind noise, guys. It's a little bit hot today in Chicago, so I had the wind going on. Alright, so as you can see, since we already had cut the cable in half, here is the other part of it. So here's the negative cable. We already put some solder, and I also use paste flux, which is a lifesaver. So let me show you what it is. There it is, paste flux. And now what you want to do with the paste flux is you want to dip the ends of the cables into the paste flux and then wrap them in. It makes soldering a lot easier. Alright, so now that we got that soldered in, I'm going to go ahead and put over heat shrink tubing, just a small piece, and then we're going to shrink down the tube. If you don't have that, go ahead and use electrical tape to cover up the wires. Alright, so after that, as you can see, I cut a piece this long. It doesn't be that crazy long. I'm going to go ahead and dip the end into the paste flux. Here's the paste flux. So just go ahead and just dip it in a few times. That's all you need to do. Then I'm going to go ahead and put it over to this side. Now make sure that you remember on which one you connect it to, because on this one we have it connected towards the light. If you go ahead and connect it away from the light on this side, it's not going to work. Make sure you connect it on the same side you have the other one. So before I connect this, I'm going to go ahead and slip a heat shrink tube onto that side and slip another one on this side, so I could actually, once I get the solder, I could just shrink the tube over it. Alright, so there we go. This is how it should look like. It should look like two separate cables. One cable for this side, for the bottom part of it, and another cable for the top part of it. After that, you're going to go ahead and splice in between the cables. So like this, as you can see, I spliced a little bit here in the middle, and same thing over here in the middle. So now we're going to go ahead and grab another cable, two separate cables, and we're going to go ahead and connect to those cables. Okay, so now let me show you what I did. Alright, so let's go with this cable over here. As you can see, actually let me zoom in a little bit better for you guys. Alright, so as you can see on this one, I put the paste on there and then soldered the cable around it. And then same thing with the other one, I soldered the cable. So two separate cables. So I soldered on this end. Once I soldered it from that side, I started to put electrical tape on that area. On the other end, I have the spade connectors, and they're both female spade connectors. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some heat shrink tubing over the spade connector, because it is metal, and I don't want to chance anything never to touch this to cause an electrical short. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of heat shrink tubing to cover the metal areas, and then you guys do the same. After we do that, then we could go ahead and actually before putting on the switch, we're going to go ahead and wire it up to where we need to wire it, and then we're going to connect it to the switch, but I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that heat shrink tubing over here and electrical tape down there. Okay, now that I got everything going, I just want to went with the cables, went up through here, which really just comes out through this area. Oops. Which comes out through the other area over here. Once I got to that area, I figure I want to try to get the cables as neat as possible, so I went through where the ignition cable is, just to come out on this side. Now the location where I'm going to be installing the switch is going to be right over here. Down is going to be off, and up is going to be on. Alright, so now let's test it out to make sure everything works properly. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera back on the tripod, and then I'll turn on the bike on accessory mode. Well, actually I'm going to turn on the bike completely, but then I'm going to turn off the bike with the kill switch, and then we're going to use the regular, the new switch that we made to actually turn off the lights. Alright, so hopefully in this angle I'm able to capture everything. Actually, I'll leave the bike on so you guys could see that the switch that we made, it actually will turn off the headlights while the bike is on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the key. Okay, bike is in neutral. Alright, let's go ahead and give it some gas here, turn on the gas pump, and turn on the bike. Alright, as you can see, the headlights are on. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the switch over here, as you can see where my hand is, and we're going to hit the switch to turn off the headlights. So there you go. As you can see that the headlight switch now turns off the headlights when you're riding, and then when you're ready to turn on the lights and for the nighttime, just hit your switch up here and turn on your headlights back on. Alright, so now that we have the switch perfectly working fine, looks like you forgot to subscribe and hit the notification bell, that way my video wouldn't be blacked out. What are you waiting for? It's right there. Just click the button. That's all you need to do. It doesn't cost nothing. It's totally free. You're almost there. There you go. You already clicked the button. Thank you so much. Now here is the rest of the video. Alright, hit the switch for the halos. Turn off the headlights.